Hello everyone, my name is Salim and welcome to the Middle Markets Breakdown Analysis for Wednesday, the 22nd of March 2023. We'll be breaking down the chart and show you the exact zones where price could close above for potential buys or close below for potential sells as well. So looking at the previous daily candle closing bullish, tapping into this previous daily support and then retracing and closing back below this daily resistance. Now what we can see is the daily time frame still within this consolidation zone on the daily time frame. Now dropping down to the 4-hour time frame, and what we can see is we've got the most recent 4-hour support at 161,400. Our most recent 4-hour resistance is at 162 flat. Dropping down to the hourly time frame, we have a recent 1-hour resistance around 161,930, and we have this 1-hour support at 161,080. Dropping down to the 30-minute time frame, we have now a new form of support around 161,750, and on the 15-minute time frame it kind of looks a bit, I don't know, like I think on the 30-minute time frame this is a big range to, let's say, class that as a no trade zone. That's like roughly about 80 pip range. Maybe what would be better is to look at it based on maybe like potential sells below this 4-hour support. So potential sells below 161,400 as price break and close below this 4-hour support, the most recent 4-hour support. For potential buys, we have this 1-hour resistance at 161,930, but then we have another 1-hour resistance around 162,040. So that's not a big range at all. That's roughly less than 10 pips. So I would much rather look for, let's have a look on the 30-minute time frame. The 30-minute time frame, we have this 30-minute resistance in here, like 160 to 160. Now, I would much rather wait for buys once price break and close above this 1-hour resistance. So potential buys above 160 to 160, as we have this 30-minute resistance at this level. So this is going to be the no trade zone. It is still a large no trade zone, but thinking about how the daily, it's still consolidating within this daily zone, how it's still closing back below this daily resistance, and how we have this 4-hour support in here. So it kind of makes sense, because then if price break and close above this 4-hour resistance, it's not just breaking above this 1-hour, this 30-minute resistance, but it's also breaking above this 4-hour resistance on the left. So we have this clean traffic on the left. Okay, so we're just going to identify this as on a trade zone. And now to look for potential buys, going back to, let's have the weekly. Okay, so the weekly is still open, respecting the previous weekly low and the previous weekly high. Dropping down to the daily time frame, what we can see is we've got this daily resistance at 163,120. Dropping down to the 4-hour time frame, that lines up with this 4-hour resistance, 4-hour previous support. We have this clean traffic on the left, so let's drop down to the hourly time frame, and what we can see, we have this 1-hour resistance on the left around 162,800. Dropping down to the 30-minute time frame, that lines up with this 30-minute support, and then on the 15-minute time frame, it lines up with this support as well. So potentially the first target for buys could be 162,800, targeting this 1-hour previous support formed on the 14th of March 2023. The second target for buys, now going back to the daily, and since the daily is still ranging, it would be much better to target this daily resistance at 163,120, which is also this 4-hour previous support. Now potentially price could push as further as this 4-hour resistance, but obviously we have to pay attention to how the daily is closing on the daily time frame. Now to look for potential sells, going back to the daily, and what we can see is we have this daily support at 167.20, and dropping down to the 4-hour time frame, we can adjust it to 168.30. Dropping down to the hourly, we have this 1-hour support at 161,080. Dropping down to the 5-minute time frame, we have a same level of support. and a 50-minute time frame, price previously consolidated within this range. So the first target for sells, I would say, is this 1 hour support at 161.080. The second target for sells would be this 4 hour support at 160.830, which also lines up with this recent daily support, almost to the daily support.